Welcome to Essential Biz Marketing. In today's in-depth session, we explore how cultural perspectives shape the global debate over intellectual property rights. Let's dive into how legal and cultural views interact to impact innovation, enforcement, and fairness. Let's begin with a basic principle. Intellectual property is legally protected as a form of property. This legal protection plays a crucial role in encouraging innovation and creativity across industries. Beyond recognition as property, IP laws are designed to incentivize innovation. By offering exclusive rights, legal systems motivate individuals and companies to invest in research, development, and creative work. Exclusive rights granted through IP laws drive ongoing investment in innovation and creativity. Without these legal assurances, fewer resources would go into bold new ideas and technologies. IP includes patents, copyrights, trademarks, and trade secrets. Each of these tools serves a different function in protecting original ideas, inventions, artistic works, and business assets. Let's shift focus to how cultures view intellectual property differently. In some societies, knowledge is seen not as something owned individually, but as something shared for the benefit of all. In collectivist cultures, knowledge is often treated as a communal asset. This contrasts with Western legal systems, which emphasize individual ownership and exclusive rights. For example, in China, it's common to view knowledge as something to be shared, not owned. This cultural view reflects a broader prioritization of collective benefit over individual control. Collectivist ideologies value the benefit of the group over individual gain. This worldview can challenge the idea that intellectual property should be owned and controlled by one party. Let's now explore the real-world challenges of enforcing IP laws. In many regions, cultural perceptions of knowledge clash with formal legal systems, creating enforcement difficulties. In societies where knowledge is viewed as a public good, people may resist IP regulations. Such resistance stems from the belief that knowledge should not be privately owned or restricted. Even where laws exist, many may view them as illegitimate. Without public trust in the legal system, enforcement becomes ineffective and widely ignored. To improve enforcement, legal systems must align with cultural norms and public awareness. Strong IP laws must be supported by education and cross-cultural understanding. Let's explore how IP enforcement issues unfold in practice, beginning with China. As a major player in global trade, China has faced mounting scrutiny over how it handles intellectual property rights. China's government was long criticized for weak legal protections and enforcement around intellectual property. These systemic shortcomings raised alarms about fairness, especially among its global trading partners. Beyond structural flaws, many Chinese firms were directly accused of IP theft by foreign companies. These accusations often involved copying product designs, technologies, and software, worsening distrust toward China's IP environment. In response, China has tightened its IP laws and enforcement systems. Driven largely by U.S. trade pressure, these reforms aim to align China's practices with global standards. Now let's examine India's approach to IP enforcement. In 2012, the Indian government issued a compulsory license for Bayer's cancer drug, prioritizing affordable access over exclusive patent rights. India's decision allowed a local company to produce a generic version of the drug at a significantly lower cost. This case became a global flashpoint in the debate between protecting innovation and serving the public good. Supporters praised India's compulsory licensing as a bold move for public health. They argued that access to essential medicine should take precedence over pharmaceutical profits. Critics, however, raised concerns about the long-term effects. They warned that weakening patent protections might discourage foreign investment and innovation. Microsoft struggled with Windows piracy in China, where weak enforcement allowed widespread unauthorized use. This case highlights how even major corporations face significant challenges in protecting digital IP. Global pressure eventually pushed China to strengthen copyright enforcement. This shift reflects how international influence can prompt domestic IP reforms. Establishing strong IP laws requires sustained effort from governments. It's not just about passing legislation, it's about long-term commitment and institutional capacity. Governments must balance two goals: protecting creators and ensuring fair access to knowledge. Striking this balance requires legal and ethical judgment at the policy level. Effective enforcement often includes international agreements and cooperation. Without global collaboration, national laws alone cannot stop cross-border violations. Institutions like WIPO and the WTO help standardize IP laws and resolve disputes. They play a key role in shaping the international IP framework. Although cultural views on IP vary, legal protection is still vital for fostering innovation. Without solid laws, creative and technological progress slows down significantly. Without strong IP protections, companies and creators lose incentive to invest in new ideas. Economic and technological development depends on legal assurance that ideas will be respected. To build a future of continued innovation, strong IP frameworks must coexist with cultural sensitivity. Legal structures should support both global standards and local values. This concludes today's session on intellectual property in global business. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you in the next lecture.